How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Everybody loves that.
I can't get enough.
Right? Well, Andy said the movie I picked was Shrill, so I thought I'd start.
It's a fun shrill.
Do you ever think about how maybe problematic your use of the word shrill is for a movie selected by a woman? Did you ever think about that?
So it's society. I blame society. Not
No,
me.
I do too.
You blame some society.
I blame some society.
Some society's okay though.
Some society. In his defense, all the characters were shrill, both
true.
men and women,
Yeah.
and
This is
Ghost.
true. Yes.
But it's compounded by the fact that you chose it.
Yes.
It had a fun coincidence that Liam Neeson was in it.
Yeah, that's a
Considering
coincidence.
he's in the news right now.
Yeah.
All
Yee.
right.
My neck hole's all stretched out right
Yeah.
now. Yee.
Aye.
Yee.
That guy from Jurassic Park is in it.
Which one?
Yeah, the lawyer,
Donald
the one,
Gennaro.
That's right.
the one who gets eaten
Oh,
by
the one, the toilet
T-Rex.
dude?
Yeah,
Yeah,
toilet dude.
All right.
He's the
He's
psychic
electrocuted,
investigator.
dude.
Yeah.
We've just plopped the listener into the middle of a conversation
That's
that
true.
they know.
That's the whole
nothing.
episode. We're done.
There's
Bye.
no context. Bye.
Bang, 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 bang.
Night Living Podcast. My name's Amy. It was my birthday last.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I wished you one, right, that day?
Uh-huh.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm pretty sure. I was in Epcot just gallivanting.
Oh,
I'm certain I did.
So I wouldn't have even
Is
cared.
it because you're a gal?
Mm-hmm.
we went to Two de Gusto.
We went to La Cava. We went to Two de
Y'all went
Gusto.
everywhere.
Yeah, we went to all the bars that we
I
could
put
get into.
all of the alcohol in Epcot into my mouth.
Yeah,
Oh.
They had shut down for the day.
They did.
they stopped
Yeah.
selling aquavit in the Norway pavilion.
Ugh,
Because
I was totally going to do it.
it's gross.
Well, no, because people were getting so messed up they were trying to climb the walls.
Aquavit? That sounds like something you put on your face after you shave.
It does, but
Ooh.
it's liquor.
But listener, listen. Are you listening? Listener? We found a new, normally I get myself a little limoncello shot. I sip on that like a classy lady.
Mm-hmm.
This time we went to, what the fuck country? Germany.
Germany, yeah.
And they have a fig vodka. And you're like,
No, it was a liqueur.
She called it fig vodka.
Did she? She didn't understand English, though. She
Well.
was like, what do you want?
And you're like, that thing that's got a fig on it.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh, delicious.
I think she meant they had vodka Newtons.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fruit and vodka.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I had that. And it was
What
great.
a gross cookie.
They're not cookies.
I love fig Newtons. Are you kidding?
I hate fig Newtons. They're
What?
disgusting. I love the liquor that we had.
I love Fig Newtons.
Me too.
Then you would love this even more.
I love all Newtons, really.
Isaac.
But I do enjoy the fig. You know,
That was the bartender's name on the Love Boat. Who was I just talking about?
that
It was
was
you,
me,
wasn't it? Yeah.
a guy that you know from high school used to pay me in Fig Newtons to draw for him.
Oh, really?
Jesse W. Brother
Yeah.
to Frank W.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you go to high school during the Depression or something?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
That's adorable.
You'd be balling in the Depression if you had fig
That'll be
Newtons.
4 potatoes.
He would give me 2 sleeves
Yeah.
to draw like a character
that's-
for his D&D game.
That's better. I thought it was like just a couple figs.
Oh, no, he gave me a whole sleeve of Newtons. 2 sleeves.
Wow. So anyway, I'm Amy. It was my birthday. I am a shrill gal.
I wouldn't call you
I know,
shrill.
I'm joking.
I wouldn't call you a gal either because that's not a
No.
word I use.
I'm a
But-
bride.
I mean, you're a woman.
I'm a bride.
You are a gal. I just wouldn't call you that.
Gals.
always a woman.
That was Freddy
Hey, baby.
serenading me.
I'm trying to find a picture of the bottle we took.
What?
We took a picture of the bottle.
Oh,
I can't find it.
Kelly's here. He's got the coolest shirt on.
It's pretty cool. I might call you a chick.
Yeah. Chick.
This is not gal is like a.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great word.
So who uses the word gal?
You do.
I had an
I
old
know,
boss
but like,
that did.
is it a certain type of person that uses
yeah.
the word gal?
1920s gangsters.
I use it all the
I
time.
thought that was Dame.
And Dame.
I always felt like gal's like a Linda word. Like
It
Linda's
is.
like, me and
Yes.
the gals, we went down to the boat, Belterra and the boat. Wait, is Belterra the boat? Which is the boat? I don't give a shit.
I
they have
don't
boats
gamble,
anymore?
but I love crab legs.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't? Amy doesn't.
Great bunch
though.
of gals.
And
Linda. Barbara.
I guess I'm Linda adjacent then.
Andy, who is Linda adjacent, is here.
Fell off the Linda tree. It's not, different branches.
You hit every Debbie, Karen, Kathy branch on the way down.
Patty.
Kathy with a K. though.
Patty.
Patty. Barb.
Patty Kathy.
Barb. Tanya. No, wait, that's a different
That's
kind of tree.
That's a
That's
different
a
kind.
trash
Tanya
tree.
doesn't work in an office.
Now you're getting into Tanya's and Tammy's.
It's called Kleiner Fiegling or Fiegling. That's the name of the. It has a goofy.
Einen kleinen Figling.
It's got a goofy looking bottle with a big old purple wax tip and big old goofy cartoon eyes on the label.
Sounds like a dildo.
It was good.
Oh, that's fun.
I would recommend it for sipping.
Oh, fun bottle.
Yeah, it was good.
So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks.
It has.
Did you miss us?
They have.
I heard. Yep, I heard yes.
Yes.
I definitely heard a yes.
Kleiner Feigling
Uh-huh.
is a brand of naturally flavored fig liqueur made by Ben in Eckernford,
Thanks,
Germany.
Ben?
Thanks, Ben.
Is that Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben. The product of Kleiner Feigling started in 1992.
It's Ben the big giant rat. This is what he does in retirement.
You want to know what the name means in English?
Yeah.
Little coward.
Do you think Noel Coward had a big brother that would just walk and be like, "What's up, little coward?"
I bet he did.
I bet he did too.
So what's been going on for the last couple of weeks?
That's a literary joke for you there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How is everybody?
Very high class.
I like to keep I can go so lowbrow because I can also go highbrow.
You're like Dennis Miller over there.
I keep
Ugh.
it even.
Don't say that word.
Sorry.
Barb.
Brib.
Barb.
Has everybody seen the Ted Bundy tape?
Not
I
yet.
did.
Not yet. We're saving it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We're saving it for
It's
a
not
day.
great. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Everybody watched Abducted in Plain
Yes,
Sight.
Oh,
I watched that.
Jesus Christ.
I watched that right after I watched the Ted Bundy tapes, and I had to take a long hot shower.
Yeah.
Did you feel... Okay.
I had a lot of thoughts about
slight
that.
spoiler alert for this.
Abducted in Plain Sight
What-
on
All right.
Netflix.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil Abducted in Plain Sight. So if you want to watch this, give yourself like
2 minutes should suffice. Because there's just one thing in
Just
that
say
I
it.
didn't see coming.
Is the
All
hand
right.
job?
The dad thing.
Yeah.
The hand job?
pause it here for 2 minutes. Let's go.
Zip ahead 2 minutes. Okay. So the guy seduces the mom and the dad.
He fucked that whole family.
And then they fall for it again.
Well, here's the thing. He didn't seem like he had to try hard with the dad.
Well, here's the thing. The minute, and this is not I don't want to sound any kind of way. The minute I saw that guy talking and the minute I knew they were LDS, I knew he was gay.
He was also
Yeah.
a florist. Were you like putting a lot of check marks in like a certain column?
Well, I didn't. The florist thing, not until later. Not until I put all the rest of it together. And so when he was like, he just wanted me to relieve him, I was like, I don't think he had to try that hard. No. I actually said this. I was like, listen, I love Freddy and Andy and Mike and all my dude friends.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would take. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't ever under any circumstance.
$10,000.
Oh, a lot less than that.
Oh, okay.
But like,
For me to be like, Kelley, I really need you to help me get this nut off.
but it would take more than that, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if we were just driving down the road and you pulled over and you
Ride
were
along
like,
in my automobile.
you're like, come on, it's just kid stuff. Just jerk me off. I'd be like, bro,
Dude, I'm 40.
bro,
We're not at a slumber party.
I'm gonna need a little more info.
Yeah.
What if Fred was like, Amy is a horrible wife.
Uh-huh.
She just won't give it up. I'm just so backed up.
Is that what
Yeah.
the
That's
guy
what he said,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Yes. The parents, I can't believe what happened there. But I feel a lot of sympathy for that entire
Oh, yeah.
family.
Oh yeah, they're so dumb. Like,
I will not allow people to be like, those fucking parents, they're like, calm down.
I think there was a whole lot of naivete.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
there.
right. That's the thing. They were so, and I'm sorry I'm using the word dumb, but I don't have time to find a better word.
Yeah.
They were so
No, it's dumbness. It's
dumb.
ignorance.
They didn't see him coming at all. He
Yeah.
targeted that family.
They're very trusting.
The dad sure did in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See him coming.
He saw him coming.
Oh, Zawo. Seriously, he targeted that
Yeah.
family. He knew, he was like, oh, these are a bunch of dummies. This guy, he wants to give me a hand job. His wife, she's got to be frustrated, so she'll fuck me. And then I can fuck their daughter, which is the one I really want to fuck. Easy peasy.
You know,
Lemon
And it
squeeze.
was!
I know.
It was easy peasy.
I think we probably hit the 2-minute
Yeah.
mark by now.
but it was just so kind of wholesome when he said relieved him.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way you
No
put
more
it.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Could you help me get rid of this man milk that is in my beach balls?
Beach balls.
That's a good one.
They're beach balls because he's
So
backed up and they're swollen.
All blue.
I feel like the zeitgeist is
Yeah.
all about these documentaries right now because then we saw the Fire Festival one on Netflix.
That. Did you laugh your ass off too? Because did you feel a little bad for laughing at him?
No.
Oh,
Okay, like I had
Laughing
a
at those-
mixture.
Laughing at who?
Laughing at those
The
horrible
customers.
Okay, no. I
No, I felt horrible for the workers.
nobody died.
Oh, I felt yeah, the only people I really felt bad for, I mean, legitimately bad for, were the people who lived on those islands,
The day laborers.
that were the day laborers, and the people that owned the restaurant and all that.
I felt bad too for some of the office, like not the same kind of bad, but like the people that like worked in their offices too,
Yeah.
and were just like trying to steer the
Yeah.
ship.
And they were caught in the middle. They really didn't know.
Yeah,
They
but,
were just following orders.
but it was hilarious.
Remind me. Of?
It was unbelievably hilarious. I haven't
It
watched the
was
Hulu
really
one
funny.
yet.
So Freddie wanted to watch the Hulu one immediately after finishing the Netflix one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
for real? And we get like 5 minutes in, and he's like, I can't.
Well, I started getting like so disgusted with everyone. I was like, I hate people now.
But listen, I don't want to come down on rich people. It's okay if you're rich. I don't hate you.
Sure.
But the Richies in this movie were also so stupid. You're telling me you're going to throw out that kind of money and you don't know where your plane is going to land, what time you're taking off, where you're getting picked up, where you're staying? You must be out of your goddamn mind. I pay $10 for something. I need to know the whens, the wheres, the whys, and the how-sos.
But these were like 20-something-year-old kids.
Don't get,
When I was 16, I had to know that
you
shit.
have a hammer in your hand right now,
He is
Kelley.
holding a hammer.
Calm down.
This is-
Freddie had a hammer in the room.
This
I
is my
did.
anger hammer. When I hold it, I can rant and rave. We pass it around.
You sure can.
Take
And you
one
just-
down,
Doing great.
pass it around.
You take this hammer, and it's like the conch, but for anger.
You're like a Sean Hannity or a Rachel Maddow. That's your prop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the hammer down on these people.
Kelly just broke the table.
Why would you do that?
I just want to know, like, why Ja Rule is not.
We got to do something about Ja Rule.
First of all,
Yes. First of all, yeah.
We didn't commit fraud. It's just false advertising.
I mean,
I can't
don't want
do
to, like,
Ja Rule.
crap on somebody's career, but Ja Rule?
Like he lent this
Who
credibility
the
somehow.
fuck are you? Who the fuck are you that you're
People
going to
went,
go
"Oh."
to this island for Ja Rule?
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
It does show you, though, that Ja Rule has zero business sense or acumen of any kind.
This
Hey.
is us talking about the Fire
Hey,
Festival.
nobody died.
Yeah,
That's
nobody
the
died.
hammer.
That's true.
Freddie's
I'm-
Except
I got a
maybe,
lens.
except maybe some of the families of the day laborers who didn't receive payment, their families might have starved to death. Hammer!
Maybe. I don't think so. I think we would.
No, probably not. But I'm just saying we don't know.
Right.
I would
What are
love
you
to go to
doing,
that pig.
Freddie?
Sorry.
That pig island looks so fun, though.
Oh, I want to swim with pigs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would swim with Bella Hadid.
Bald-headed
Sure.
women
Yeah,
Bald-headed Hadid.
bow-legged
and bow-legged
and bow-legged.
and bald-headed,
Mm-hmm.
both.
Quick story from our Disney World adventure. Has anybody heard of MILF?
I have heard of the word MILF. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
This is so I can laugh at Freddie just a little bit.
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Oh,
It's a stand-up comedy club where the monsters from Monsters Inc. do comedy. It's freaking great.
Is this intentional?
What?
That it's called Monsters Inc.
MILF?
Laugh Floor.
I think it was an accident.
Could it possibly be?
Hey,
I don't know.
Walt always said he wanted his parks to be a place where adults and children could have fun.
There's definitely no way that it's not, because there's no way that no one at Disney has ever heard that term.
So the cool thing about MILF is that
I love MILF.
They have lots of experience.
I'm on. I go to their subreddit all the time.
yeah. The cool thing about MILF is that it's a live show. So the animated characters on screen are actually being voiced by people in the back or somewhere, deep in a utilidor somewhere.
Is it actually John Goodman and Billy Crystal?
Well, they bring in monsters that aren't main characters.
Oh, it's not Sully and Mike.
You do get Mike, but he doesn't put on a big performance. There's just enough to get you. Yeah. He's like the MC.
So they get Billy Crystal for like 10 minutes a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that. Yeah. He just calls in.
But the people they have, these comedians that are working, I think these are some of the most talented cast members they have.
So there's a lot of audience participation, and Freddy gets selected for a bit.
Oh.
And the monster hypnotizes Freddy.
Yeah.
So that when he hears the word chicken, he'll flap his arms and cluck like a chicken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So part of the joke is when he's woken up after being hypnotized.
So woke.
The monster asks Freddy, so what's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? To which my husband says, avocados.
That's what I eat for breakfast. Here's the thing.
No, actually, Freddy, what I like about this is you made it your bit. You know what I mean? Like, you took the bit.
He's a terrible improv partner.
Well, I didn't know he was trying to get me to say eggs.
How could you not know that?
I was so wrapped up in the magic of it all.
This whole theater of fucking families is like,
well, I like.
To be fair, that's pretty hilarious.
It was. They tried to get this old guy to participate, and he wouldn't do anything. He just stared at the camera. Yeah, that was great.
And then
I always wonder what happens to people when that happens.
Yeah, they just pick on him and keep coming back to
and
him.
they just stare though. They have no idea what to say.
Yeah,
I've never had that moment.
Yeah, we got to get you down to MILF.
Gotta get you on MILF.
Tell them what I eat for breakfast.
So then then we move on. Okay, so what do you eat for lunch?
Hint.
Freddie
pussy.
says soup.
Soup.
Could you imagine if I said pussy?
I can't imagine. I'm imagining it right now.
So after the
That's Randy
entire
Newman.
Oh, I know.
He's coming in.
audience sees my shame,
Sure, people. Everybody, just ignore the disgusting man.
I would have been banned for life.
Yeah.
Anyway, that happened to me. It was terribly embarrassing and hilarious.
Did you guys ever? Did you ever
same
get
time.
to where you asked for what you have for dinner?
I think you said meat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did. You said meat.
It's not even a specific meat.
Yeah.
Just meat.
He was just trying to get you to say eggs.
I understand that now. I understand this now.
I love it. I love what you did with it. I love that you
I
took
wasn't
it.
on purpose.
Well, let's just pretend it was.
If it was, that's what made it brilliant. Is I was punking the Monster Inc. comedian.
These poor people are so fucking
meta.
sick of their jobs. They're like, this motherfucker said avocados.
That's a very specific thing too. Avocado.
That's what I've been eating every morning for breakfast for so long
it
now.
kind of looks like an egg, right?
It's good for you.
No.
They are
It's real good for you.
That's why I eat them.
That's the most Freddy story ever.
It really is.
I love
just-
it. Now I kind of want an
Like
avocado.
it's
I love
adorable,
avocados.
right? But you're also just like, the fuck? Right? That's really
they-
Freddy in an essence.
I'm a vegan.
I don't know soup.
It'd be funny if you said chicken.
You should have said nutritional yeast.
I said chicken and immediately went, started flapping my arms.
They did get you to say chicken. Or somebody said
Somebody
chicken.
said chicken. I don't remember, but I played along.
And you played along at that point.
Yeah, the cast member with the microphone was pretty impressed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh, my foot's healed.
yay!
How's your heel?
The foot.
It's footed.
Kelly's had a wound on the bottom of his foot.
I burnt my foot off.
I was a young lass.
Yeah.
Since I was a
Since-
young warthog.
Since the Carter administration.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I burnt my foot off in my past life, and it's just now healed. I've spent my entire life.
He just loves to wake up to the smell of cooking bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I'm really happy for you, man. I know it's been a long journey.
Thanks. I can stand up and walk around now.
It makes me real happy.
Yeah, me too.
So
Just
those-
you wait.
So
We
those,
were
those
worried
little
about
baby
it.
foreskins did the job, right?
Oh, well, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Oh, darn.
I can't remember the last time I had a baby foreskin.
But they did work a lot. They worked well.
That's a skin graft, in case anyone's wondering why we're talking about baby.
Well, it's not even
foreskin.
really a graft. They call it a graft, but it's
Yeah.
like they just put baby foreskin on they just shove it up against my foot
Yeah, and hope that
and
it
kind of
takes.
stick it on there.
Is
Yeah.
the baby still attached? Do they just take a baby and just rub his little penis?
No, they
on
just
it?
Jesus.
they just roll him in on a cart and slice it off and stretch it out and put it on.
Oh, it's like a deli counter. Like,
Yeah.
I have a little bit of that.
Yeah. Thin, paper
You want,
thin.
You want to try it first?
Is
I-
it Boar's head?
I order mine all sandwich thickness.
I like it shaved.
So, you think this is just a way of big circumcision to keep slicing off baby wieners?
Big
Well, no,
circumcision.
No, because if you really want to, the foreskin that they use actually only came from 2 kids. They've just been regrowing that. Like they kept the skin and then they regrow it.
It's like a dick in a jar or something?
Well, there's no dick.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
You're saying your batch is one kid, or everyone who gets it is one kid?
I think everyone who gets it is there were 2 kids that they took them from
They
originally.
were huge dicks. Like, huge.
Well, they take the cells from the original skin.
You guys
Yeah.
sound very stupid. He's trying to explain it.
This reminds me of when that kid we went to high school with tried to grow a clone in a jar with a vitamin and a piece of skin.
Oh, you're going to have to tell me who that was afterwards.
Did it work?
I will. No.
Oh, I thought
Didn't.
might have. You don't know.
He sure believed it was gonna.
You don't?
Multivitamin,
Science is hard, Amy.
piece of skin,
Yeah.
a little water.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are the building blocks of life. Why wouldn't he think that?
I think he had watched Quest for Peace too many times.
Maybe so.
Well, one time I found my brother's weed stash, and I took some seeds, and I just put it in the backyard and tried to plant them, see what happened.
Did anything grow?
No.
Oh, is it because you didn't do it right? You didn't.
I don't
water
know.
it,
That's
love
just
it.
that's
sing
how
to it?
that's my level of science knowledge. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
it'll work, right?
Is he gonna be mad that you just outed him?
Do you still have some of those seeds?
Gonna be busted.
Yes,
I mean-
I saved these seeds from 30 years ago.
Isn't that
Can
how
you go dig them up? And
that is how seeds work, right? You just
Yeah.
put them in the ground.
You put them in the ground.
but some seeds grow better in other environments than others.
What?
Speaking of gardens, we finished Married with Children.
Mhm.
Oh.
Remember Al tried to have a garden that time?
That was a weird little segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
I
There
feel
you
so
go.
free.
Shut
So how do you feel about it?
I miss it.
You miss it already?
Hmm.
Do you want me to hoot at you just
Yes,
for
please.
old time's sake?
Every time I walk in a room.
Yeah, mama!
So Patreon.
Yes, patreon.com/NOTLP if you'd like to support the show right now. There's a bunch of origins on there.
Yeah, Night of the Comics should return soon. I say that all the time, but everyone has crazy schedules. If nothing else, I have some comics to review. If I can't get nobody else in there with me, I'll get one to you.
And we need to do High Five Happy Hour.
Yeah.
And I just was going through, because I was submitting some resumes and whatnot, and I looked at all of our shirts that have been designed over the years. I mean, by me. And they're really good. So that's one reason you might choose to give to Patreon. The shirt that I'm going to make for you, you're not going to believe how awesome it is.
If it's half as much as awesome as the other one.
People are like, shit, son. Where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, B, I made this. You
Came
can
out
have
my
one.
brain.
Yeah,
I made this.
I made this
Sit, Ubu. Sit.
by Menon.
So, one of the perks you get for being a patron is normally once a month, but in this case, we had such a long series for Podcaster's Choice. We randomly will select one of our patrons to choose a main attraction, and that next episode will be Amanda's.
It's a good one. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, The Burbs.
The Burbs.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
And other great Patreon things. If you have a friend you think might be interested, as little as $1 a month, you get all that extra content, and then other perks from there. And I'll tell you, besides going to making great shirts and stuff,
Great shirts.
we're looking into going to San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Ooh, shit.
We're looking at going to Universal Hollywood Horror Nights. And of course,
Halloween Horror Night.
what did I say? Hollywood.
Hollywood Horror.
There's horrors in Hollywood. We can only do that with your help. It's very expensive to go to San Diego Comic-Con, by the way. Room and flight and all that stuff. So wouldn't be possible without your support. Thank you.
Now, if you don't think you can be a patron, what you can do is sell candy bars.
Just any of them.
Just fill out a form, and we'll get you some boxes of candy bars.
Candy bars.
I had a cousin who had this hound dog who was morbidly obese. Like her stomach would drag to the ground. She'd pee, and then she'd drag her stomach through. It was disgusting.
Ugh.
We loved her anyway. Her daughter was selling chocolate bars, the ones with a little crown on them or whatever. They're made for fundraising.
Oh yes, those are the best.
They were really good too, right?
Yeah, we tried to find some online not too long ago.
Yeah,
you can find them.
Yeah, they still make them. Or are you looking for old ones?
No, they still make them,
like a Reggie bar.
No, they still.
So what?
So the dog. The dog ate an entire crate of it. You know, chocolate's poison for dogs, right?
Where's this going?
So we thought the dog would die, but the dog didn't.
Thank goodness.
Like, actually, I think it's milk chocolate. They can eat a lot and still be okay.
Yeah,
depending on their size. It's dark chocolate that will kill them.
She was a fatty boo laddie, so I guess she could eat a lot of it. She was just laying in the going
like
Millie, wheezing, and she was all swollen and
Millie
stuff.
could probably eat an entire Hershey's and be okay. But not dark chocolate. That would be very poisonous.
Well, the funny part is my cousin thought that her daughter had just eaten all the candy.
She's like, you fat bitch.
Because they had to pay for it all.
Beat
and
the
it was
shit
not cheap.
out of her.
Because remember, those candy bars were like $5 or something a piece. Something like, there was some crazy.
Well, no, if someone told you that, then they're like lying to you.
Or $1. I just know. I know it was somewhere between $1 and $5.
You'd be really bad on Price is Right.
I would be.
I only participated twice in the candy sale.
Yeah.
And I was not good at it.
Well,
and I didn't have family members who would go to their jobs and sell them.
I think
that's the only way you could win.
That's cheating.
But
that is cheating.
That's how everyone won. That's the only thing anyone ever did.
That's what they do with the Girl Scout cookies too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our old webmaster, I order a couple boxes from him every year. I get a text. It's cookie time. I'm like, give me some lemon, give me some peanut butter. I don't care what.
Those fucking Savannah Smiles, get the fuck out of here.
Thin Mints.
Good.
Thin Mints.
If you're listening, Matt.
What's a Savannah Smile?
Give us them cookies.
It's like a little, I don't know what kind of, maybe it's
Are they
a
the
sugar.
peanut butter?
No, they're the lemon flavor, like sugar cookie with powdered sugar on them.
They're good.
They're like little half mints.
I like, is it tagalongs? Wait, what's the one with the peanut butter patty thing in the middle? It's got a peanut butter patty?
No, peanut butter cookie?
Every region of Girl Scout
Jason Voorhees
calls them something different.
The lemonades are good too. I like lemon.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thanks so much for finding out what our favorite cookie is. That's what you came here for.
I like the peanut butter girls.
The peanut butter girls.
Did you have one in high school? Everybody had one in high
Oh,
school.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The urban legend.
Yeah.
Is that going to be in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? Guillermo del Toro presents his vision.
It's going to be Scary Stories to Tell After Dark.
Ooh, on Cinemax.
The peanut butter girl is the girl that got drunk at a party and had a dog lick peanut butter off of her vagina.
Mm-hmm.
It probably has never happened.
Oh, I'm
did,
certain it has.
But definitely Shelley Soul did it.
Yeah.
I was going to save that for after the show, Amy.
Please.
It's a chicken and the egg thing. Like, if no one had done it before, someone heard the story and was like, choosy moms, choose Jeff.
What did you say about Shelley?
Huh?
What did you just say?
I heard it about Shelley Soul in high school.
It's totally true.
Yeah.
Sure.
She definitely did it.
And you know who Katie Bross's aunt worked in the emergency room the night that the New Kids on the Block came in? And had semen and drugs.
Hey, was that the same night the girl got the fucking frozen hot dog stuck in her vagina?
Oh
it all happened at Coleraine High School.
Or someone who got the pee-pee steak at Outback?
Yeah, and they had to go to the emergency room
Because the pee-pee made them so violently ill.
Wow.
I don't think that happens.
That's not on the menu. You have to ask for it.
You have to ask for the pee-pee.
It's secret menu.
It's the bloomin'.
It's for perverts.
The bloomin' piss chop.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Bloomin' piss chop.
Australian.
Wow.
Australian
I remember
steak.
who told me that. Orangelo. That's the one that told me that.
I thought it was Lamangelo.
Yeah.
Not
Shathid?
well, anyway, I was thank you.
Yeah, Orangelo was the cousin of Shathade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. We did good here, guys. Thanks so much.
Sure.
We'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Hi, Andy.
Hi. So I watched. What did I watch? Hellraiser Judgment, right? Yes.
I mean, it was a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah. So it's the 10th installment, which kind of shocks me. People love those movies, huh?
Well, they make those movies.
You know what's funny is that they make them and people watch them, but I don't know that I've heard anyone say anything good about any past two.
I liked 3 and 4.
I liked 5.
All right.
And 4
Now
had,
you have. Now you've heard those.
I have
four,
heard that.
4 had Adam Scott in it. It was terrible, but he was in it.
I remember seeing 4 in the theater and being like, that was horrible. And then years later, I watched it again. And I'm like, that is some good camp. That is like really good camp
Isn't he
quality.
like a fop in that movie?
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
He's got like a powdered wig on and tights.
He's got a very solid little horror career.
I thought you were going to say bottom.
That too.
I don't see that.
I wouldn't. I would relieve him. Nobody knows what I mean by that. Cause
Speaking of it,
unless they were spoiled.
for $50.
do you ever see he did like an explicit scene in an HBO series or movie where he gets jerked off to completion? It's not real, but they created a prosthesis that ejaculates.
Cool.
So if you want to see what it looks like when Adam Scott blows his
Andy,
load,
Who's doing
would
the
you
jerking?
rather-
Anybody of note?
I think it was the lady from Lost. One of the actors
Evangeline
from Lost.
Lilly?
No, the blonde who was the doctor, I think.
I didn't watch Lost.
Okay.
Would you rather watch that, Andy, or this movie?
Andy's gonna Google that
The
the
Adam
minute
Scott,
he
definitely.
leaves.
Yeah.
Plus, though, there is a plus about this movie. It's only an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yes. That's how you do it.
That's always a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say that all the time, and it's getting kind of cliche, but if your movie is over an hour and 30 minutes long, how dare you?
Uh-huh.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Unless you are an Avengers film.
Yes. So this, people watch it for the Cenobites, right? The Hellraiser.
I mean, everybody watches them for different reasons.
Okay,
But
but
I
that's-
would say that that's a fair assumption.
For a Hellraiser movie, there's not many Cenobites in this movie.
Yeah.
Is it Cenobite or Cenobite?
I always said Cenobite.
Does it matter?
Delicious.
Am I being a stickler?
Different strokes, Amy.
All right.
But people watch it for the Cenobites and the torture and stuff like that, right? The gore.
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of like the
probably
hallmark of
58% of it.
Hellraiser series, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, the problem after 4, starting with 5, they were not even Hellraiser scripts, right?
Well, I mean, they fit some of that stuff in.
They just crammed Cenobites into them. The Cenobites were add-ons at the end, just like they are from Domino's. We're like, would you like to add Cenobites for $4.99?
Yeah, I don't even understand how this ties to any of that mythology there.
Yeah, this for a Hellraiser movie, there's not much gore or Cenobites in it, so I feel like Fred was right. They just bought a script and crammed them in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
They bought like an original
lazy.
treatment for Toy Story 4,
Mhm.
and then they were like, I bet you we could,
right.
Mm-hmm.
So this premise is that there's a serial killer out there named the Prospector,
Is he the ghost from the
person-
cartoon?
the Persecutor, the
I like Prospector best.
Mm-hmm.
If I can be.
It's got a dumb name.
Yeah.
I think they ran out of serial killer names, and they just said, "Hey, what sounds like religious and creepy?" So there's a serial killer out there. He kills people by way of the 10 Commandments.
Oh, of course. Always here. Hollywood writing 101. If you have a serial killer, he has to have a biblical methodology. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
What do serial killers really think about this that much in real life?
Yeah.
I
little bit.
would say
Some
the
of them do.
amount of
Some of
serial killers who behave like serial killers in movies is like 0.001%.
I mean, I know it's like a very small pool of subjects that we're pulling from, but I feel like a lot of the movie serial killers are a lot different than actual
real
serial
deal?
killers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this gave me like a lot of these ripped off 7. Remember 7?
Oh,
Yeah.
we were just talking about 7.
7's a good movie. Amy's
I
never seen
actually
the whole
dislike
thing.
it.
You dislike it?
Yeah. I find it goofy.
Yeah.
I think 7's humongously goofy.
Yeah.
Super overrated.
I agree it's overrated, but I really like it.
I mean, I can't say
You don't
that
have to defend.
I can't say that I hate it, but it's just so goofy.
Is it
You have to suspend your disbelief a lot. Like a lot.
In 7 or Hellraiser?
7 and
Oh.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So there's this 7-ish. Didn't David Fincher start off like a music video director?
Yes.
Okay, that explains like why.
Oh, you're talking about Seven. I was like, did David Fincher direct your Hellraiser
but,
movie?
like this movie looked like a Nine Inch Nails or like a Tool music video.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like very
Yeah, that sounds about right.
late 90s, early 2000s, like Slipknot-ish.
How
music
great would
video.
how great would it be though if like one of these movies came along, no fanfare, and you look and it turned out to be like a super A-list director,
Oh, that was like Alan Smithing, like a straight-to-video horror film.
but didn't change his name.
Oh,
like
that'd be really
or
cool.
her
Just
name.
didn't tell anybody.
It's in there.
Yeah.
and you just notice it, and you're like, it's not the same.
You're like, there's no way that's Steven Spielberg
And then you look it up, and it is.
directing Jack Frost 3.
It's Catherine Bigelow doing Ginger Dead Man versus tiny fight monsters.
Tiny fight monsters.
Why don't they do stuff like that? Like
Oh, because
once,
there's no.
once
I
you've
would.
earned all the money, you can earn.
I would have a pseudonym, and I would make, if I were a big movie director, I would totally be making like the real trash stuff under another name just for fun.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun. I would make Hellraiser 11.
It's probably in the bag already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was taking a break from making my latest Merchant Ivory film, I'd be like, where is Pinhead?
So, he's like the main character we followed throughout the whole movie. And I guess he's supposed to be our hero? I don't know. It was confusing. Because you know what's going to happen to him, so it's not a surprise what happens to him. And there's like a lesson involved because...
Do they sit on the, like a Cenobite sits down on the edge of the bed with him near the end and the music plays?
Come here, Tony.
Tony, do you understand why I flayed you today?
When a man and woman love each other very much, they tear each other's souls apart.
He turns his chair around and talks to you.
Listeners, you didn't see, I had my arm around Tony,
Yeah.
So
but I
this-
was shaking because I was a Cenobite.
This movie's trying to say something about religion, which is kind of a little out of his league.
Like, what do you think it's trying to say about religion?
It turns out that Pinhead, he wants to punish this serial killer, the prospector, or whatever his name is. And he wants to, punish him for all the murders. But it turns out there's an intervention from heaven. One of the angels comes down
Oh, good.
and says, "Don't do it. We need this killer to strike fear in the hearts of men and lead them to the right path."
Ooh, I see what you're trying to do here, movie,
So-
but no thank you.
Oh, somebody
Here's the
watched
thing.
Prophecy,
Yeah.
and they were like, let's just do that.
But here's this thing: this
But with
serial
Pinhead.
killer is like targeting, is like very localized in this like LA area or something, and like it's not out in the press or anything like that. So how is it striking fear in the hearts of men when like nobody knows about him or anything like that? And that's a very stupid way of keeping your people in check, God.
Yeah, way to go, God.
Works in mysterious
Fucked
ways.
up again.
Well, I mean, he did drown all the world except for Noah.
Mhm.
That happened.
Yeah.
I believe Peanut Butter Girl, but I do not believe Noah's Ark.
There's a fucking ark down the highway, Andy.
So how can you
What's
not
not
believe
to
it?
believe?
It's there.
Why would they make a whole amusement park around it if it didn't
What?
happen?
Are you talking about?
Amy, haven't you learned anything from the Bajorn prophets?
Regarding the Celestial Temple, can I just say, I like Deep Space Nine. Go on, Andy.
I actually went to the Creation Museum with our friend
I know.
Nani, and it
I
was
still
actually,
have never gone.
it was actually really fun. It was, and they have this like Disney type stage show where it's interactive, where they squirt water on you.
Do they pretend to hypnotize you? But when you say the word Jesus, you
I'd say
flap your
avocado.
arms and you cluck.
They
My
come
Lord and
around and they
Savior,
take all the daughters and they sell them to another museum.
Yeah, they're-
That's it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And then they
biblical shit.
belong to that museum, and they have to bear children and raise livestock.
yeah.
And
They pulled me
like
on
it.
stage and they said, "Who died for your sins?" And I was like, "Avocado."
Avocado.
You weren't like, Master Blaster. Who rules the Ark Encounter experience?
I don't know, meat.
So, did you learn about your about religion, Andy? Do you feel like
It actually worked. I'm going the straight and narrow now.
All right, good.
I'm not going to kill people now.
the conversion worked.
Andy, can you help me?
Relieve yourself.
Relieve
Yeah.
myself. My balls are
Well,
blue.
yeah, let's go for a car ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Wow. Okay. So did you like the movie?
no.
Okay.
Freddie, I'll do it for like $200.
You ever do donuts? Like when it's snowy out and you go to an empty parking lot?
I was gonna do it the other night.
I love doing donuts.
I was at Corrigan High School picking my son up, and I even said, I was like, oh, we should do some donuts, and I started to.
Yeah.
But then another car was like coming across the parking lot.
Yeah, it
and
could
I
be
was-
dangerous.
I was just like, oh, I can't do it in front of those people.
Well, do you think anybody's ever gotten a hand job or roadhead while doing donuts? And if not, I think we should try to be the first.
Can I
Okay.
tell you a funny thing about doing donuts?
Yeah.
For a long time, I didn't know what that was, and I thought it was a euphemism for taking a shit.
I gotta go do some donuts.
And like I would hear people say, like, I went and did some donuts in the parking lot. I was like,
People were shitting.
I thought it was like vandalism. I was like,
Oh, God.
So do you think they would shit in a donut shape or something?
I just imagine them like kind of like doing, you know how they make it look like ice cream
they make,
soft serve.
they make shit rings.
So when you heard about like kids accidentally getting hurt or killed doing donuts?
I don't think I heard a lot about that.
Oh, okay.
I just heard people say like do
Yeah.
some donuts. I was like, ugh.
Do you blame it on your JW upbringing?
I love this.
No, this is just me not knowing anybody. Like, this is me being such a nerd that I didn't know anybody who even like remotely did things.
That's
I love
adorable.
it.
You thought people shat in parking lots
I did.
Mm-hmm.
in the shape of a donut.
They paved paradise and took a dump in the parking lot.
It didn't have to be. It didn't have to be in the shape of a donut.
Yeah.
But like it was just kind of like that's what they called it. Cause,
Yeah.
You know,
Well, like it's not in the shape of kids when you're dropping the kids off at the pool.
you're not really baking brownies.
You're not taking the Browns to the Super Bowl?
It's not the shape of the Browns.
You're not logging onto your internet?
I like literal jokes, Amy.
Yes, I see. All right, thanks, Andy. So Hellraiser Judgment is trash, just like we thought it might be.
It's
This just in, things are exactly as you expect them to be.
Yeah.
I will say as a positive, there was like this one real gross scene where it's real convoluted, where Hellraiser captures people and he makes them confess their sins and he types it out
Yeah.
on this typewriter.
Disgusting.
And
Is it an electric typewriter? Or is it like an old...
the old timey ones? You
It's
know,
not electric?
yeah. So after he types it out, he gives the paper to this gross dude. He looks like the guy from Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
he's just real gross. And he eats the paper
Oh.
and then he throws it up.
Oh.
This like pulpish stuff.
This is
Like a
convoluted.
sin eater.
Yeah. And then he throws it up in this sink and it goes down a tube into a trough.
Oh Lord.
And these naked ladies,
No.
they just put their hands in it.
This is a mess.
And then they call them the jury, and then they decide if you're guilty or not by putting their hands in the paper throw up.
There is a lot of thought that
Exactly.
the cosmos has put into these demon beings.
Can you believe that's how we used to decide if someone was going to be tormented forever? Now we just cut them open and play with their guts. Back then it was so complicated.
It was.
They had to go one step further. The first guy that they interrogate and put on trial,
Yeah.
he was like a child molester and killed kids.
Mhm.
So the paper eater gets a paper, he gets his little bottle out and it says the tears of children.
Oh no, he's got children tears.
And then he pours it on the paper, then eats it.
If you ever get like a rash on your leg,
Yeah.
it itches, children tears really good for it.
That's
See, I
true.
was always using liberal tears.
Butt hurt.
You ever
If your butt hurts, your
those-
liberal tears on it?
you ever wonder how these keep like how any of these movies like get a butt like who is signing the check on these?
Well, I don't know. It's a great
Russians.
question. Russians probably.
It's always
yeah.
the Russians.
Are they making it back?
Some sort of mobster.
Are they making it back?
I don't know. I don't know how much Netflix pays for this shit.
How do they choose the people to pay the money to do this?
How do they choose
How do
the
they
people?
choose the people to pay?
This is someone.
You saw the Fire Festival documentary.
Someone is
It's all Ja Rule.
You know what? That's a great point.
I mean, honestly.
Anytime I have a question about where do these sums of money come from that go into garbage,
Yeah.
I just have to remember that rich people don't think about things.
No.
The day I saw that, I posted like the super rich can't spot a scam right in front of their face. Someone could say, "This is a scam." Be like, "Well, let's see how it works out." Let's see how it works out.
No.
Here's $40,000. You don't have to do anything.
Rather.
All right. Thanks, Andy.
I just thought it was a very convoluted way of determining guilt or innocence.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what?
Chicken butt.
I have a movie gun.
Oh, you said chicken
Yeah,
there?
you finally said it.
I'm still hypnotized.
Movie gun, movie bullet. Kelly, you're up first.
Oh, boy.
You're dead.
Wow.
Shit.
Wasting no time with that.
That was the cosmos being angry at me.
It evened out because your foot healed. But then, we need to give him something.
I'm gonna watch
bring you
whatever this
down.
movie is, and it's gonna my wound is gonna open back up.
He
I
needs
don't want
more
that.
suffering.
All right, it's on Shudder.
Oh,
It's
what?
called Cold Skin.
Oh, you know what? This might be something that I thought looked good.
In this creature FX-filled horror adventure, a young man comes to a desolate island to take up the lighthouse post of Weather Observer.
This does look good.
Yeah,
But
I'm actually
friend-
interested in this.
Is that his name? Finds no trace of the
Oh
man
yeah,
he has
this
been
looks
sent to
really
replace.
good. I was gonna watch this anyway.
Don't point that hammer at me.
Jesus.
Good God, man.
It's not loaded.
He finds no trace of the man he has been sent to replace, just a deranged brute who has witnessed a horror he refuses to name. When nightly invasions of unknown creatures emerge in the dark from the ocean, oceaned? I don't know what's wrong with me. Friend
oceaned.
realizes that something else entirely lurks on the blah blah.
Yeah.
Bye.
It puts
Fucking
the
idiot.
ocean on its skin.
That's the Cenobite.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a chattier
good.
guy.
He's excited for me
Yeah.
because I was
not-
gonna watch this movie anyway. You managed to. You've been doing that lately, finding me movies that I'm actually semi-interested
I'll
in.
sneak an interesting one in there.
Yeah, I somehow find them though.
Yeah.
Whenever I get shot, I would have been
that's
so
good.
pissed to have to watch Hellraiser.
I know. You'd have hated me forever.
I wouldn't have hated you forever, but I would have been like,
Just like a day.
I would have been like, I'm
For
not.
120 minutes.
I'd have watched some of it.
100 minutes. 90 minutes. All right. We'll be right back.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes for me.
The ghost of Lita Ford, who is not dead, by the way. just what's it called? She did that thing. She scalped me.
She scalped you.
You remember that in the movie? Like when the ghost goes in you, they call it scalping.
Oh yeah, wasn't I thought it was called squirting.
Scalpin.
Scalping.
Scalping?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
High Spirits from 1988. Written and directed by Neil Jordan, a man who later would go on to make much more serious fare. This is just a spooky romp.
This movie, they don't make them like this anymore.
No, they don't.
No.
Big budget, all-star cast. I mean, some of them weren't like stars yet, but
Pretty damn big stars.
I feel like Peter Gallagher wasn't quite a big star yet. But
Yeah, but Beverly D'Angelo.
His eyebrows were.
Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole,
Daryl Hannah.
Can
Jennifer
I tell
Tilly.
you something?
Yeah.
Beverly
Gutenberg.
D'Angelo in this
Yeah.
movie. Hachi Machi.
She was always hot.
Let me tell you something.
But this is when I noticed it.
Yeah, she's real hot.
As Freddie often says, I had such a crush on Beverly D'Angelo as a kid. She was like my crush. I did not have as many crushes as you had,
Yeah.
but she was one of them. And I was actually from Made to Order, where I was like, oof.
Are you happy, Clark? Audrey's eyes are frozen.
But yeah, she always looks good.
The only way you can begin to describe this movie is romp. That is correct.
It is.
It is a romp.
I spread this across 2 days.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to, or because you were like, I need this in more days of my life.
I was just like, I watched half
No,
half of it.
He needed to let his ears rest.
Yes.
Because there's so much screaming.
I watched half of it, and I was like,
So shrill.
I want to watch something else
Yeah.
for a little while. And then I was like, I'll just finish it tomorrow. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
The reason I picked it.
I had to watch Adam Ruins Everything instead.
I started
It's good
watching
stuff.
that too and I finished it. It was so fun.
It's so
It
fucking
is
great.
fun.
I love his hair.
Yeah. He's great.
This is not about Adam Ruins Everything. This is about me.
He's ruining the
He's
podcast.
my moment.
He's not even here.
I lived through all of your moments. You give me my due.
No, I am doing you.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
across 2 days,
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. Like,
No, I think it was a lot of fun. The reason I picked it, and I think I said this before, it's just I remember liking it as a kid, and I had very strong memories of Peter O'Toole in a red sweater vest. He was never wearing a
Not
red sweater
once,
vest.
no.
He was wearing a red scarf, and I think that's where I got confused.
true.
He wore a yellow sweater vest at one point.
I feel he was the best part of this movie.
He was so great. Listen,
So
Here's the
great.
thing. It's a very high concept dumb movie,
Oh yeah,
but he threw everything into
how is
everything
it
he
high
had
concept?
into it.
It's like gotta save the rec center kind of
Well,
fucking concept.
here's the thing about Peter O'Toole.
It is the ski school of supernatural romances.
Peter O'Toole is another one. He is such a great actor, and he's one of my favorites. He is one of those dudes. Like if you could choose to look like anybody, who would you pick? And I would say Peter O'Toole from What's New Pussycat. I love him.
Yeah.
And this was you're right. He was so great. He was acting as if he was not one of those guys who's like, I just show up and like shit. He gave it.
Yeah, he thought this was Shakespeare. Or
He
something.
worked. Well, he's professional.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a
He's
great
a
actor.
was a
really
great
good
actor.
drunk.
He's drunk. He's dead now,
Like
right?
fantastic.
He always
yeah,
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Right.
dead.
And he was funny in this
He's always
movie.
dead.
He just,
Yeah.
he was just so good in this movie.
Yeah.
I would love to live in that castle. It I definitely should I have all if I ever had fuck you money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not only would I give Kelley that $200 to jerk Freddy off in the car, I would.
You got lowballed, Kelley.
No, I mean that's about. I
Hey.
said this the other day.
He said
I said what I said.
he loves his friend.
Listen, I said on Facebook, if you pay more than $30 to $50 for a blowjob, you've paid too much. If you pay more than $12 for a hand job, you are way overpaying.
Come on down to Kelly's House of Head and Hands.
Everyone thinks
Does
that
it
their
matter-
mouth is worth so
Does it-
much.
Does it matter who it is?
No. Nobody. The only thing maybe I'd pay more if it was like Meryl Streep, just because I
with
can't
the phone.
imagine her doing that.
So a Michelle
allowed.
Obama hand job is worth the same
Her
as
arms though.
Powerful.
a corner prostitute.
Yes,
hand
the
job?
only reason that hers might be more is because of her level of celebrity. Feels the same.
But
How did we get on this topic?
were I to have fuck you money,
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck you, man.
I would build a castle like this.
A haunted
I
one?
don't want it. No, but I don't want it to leak that much. That's not good for the air.
Would you
quality.
build it or would you buy one and restore it?
I'd buy one and restore
There
it.
you go.
But they're always so far away from things, so I gotta like think about it.
Yeah, well, they were going to move this castle in the movie
To Malibu.
to Malibu, make it a theme park.
Yeah.
Irish World or something.
You can't take Plunkett Manor and move it stone by stone to some place called Malibu.
Can I jump ahead a minute?
I loved how he said Malibu. Malibu.
Can I jump way ahead for just 1 minute?
Yeah.
I can't remember because I mean I was definitely paying attention. I enjoyed the movie, but like I definitely like kind of zoned out a few times. Did they ever mention the fact that Beverly D'Angelo would have been related to Liam Neeson because they were both Brogans?
Well, is he a Brogan or was he a Plunkett?
He was a Brogan.
No, because she was Mary Brogan, right?
she was.
She was Mary Plunkett Brogan.
Oh,
That was Daryl Hannah.
so that means he was a Brogan.
Yes, he's Martin
Wait.
Yeah,
Brogan.
but they're pretty far apart.
All
It's
right.
okay by then.
I know. No, I agree. I mean, who gives a shit? He's a
Right?
ghost. But like,
You know, it never occurred to me that she was supposed to be part of that family.
So Peter O'Toole's
Yeah.
Plunkett, right?
yes.
And his
Yeah.
landlord Brogan
Mhm.
is calling up the mortgage and like, if you
tase
don't
me,
pay it
Brogan.
in 3 weeks, I'm taking your castle to Malibu.
It
And
sounds like a metaphor.
I feel that would be very cost inefficient.
very much so.
They do it all the time, though.
That's true.
They move castles and cabins and historic
Oh,
properties.
We moved this castle brick
But from
by
Ireland.
brick.
But this is a big.
Malibu.
This is a giant castle, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's
I mean,
gonna
if
be
this
a lot of
castle
work.
was truly worth anything, it would be getting like people staying in it.
Well, maybe
Alright.
not in that part of Ireland.
I don't know.
So
And it's run down as shit.
Peter O'Toole's mom is like, there's so many ghosts here. And he's like, wait, there's a lot of ghosts here? I'm going to play up the fact that this shit's haunted and get a bunch of dummies to come spend a bunch of money here and pay the mortgage, right?
Well, he doesn't even really believe it.
No, he does not believe it at all. He's just going to play it up. So him and his ragtag crew get ready for the Americans to come.
They do a pretty goddamn good job.
Yeah.
That'd be a great haunt.
I would love it.
It was neat. It was real cute what they did. But also Peter O'Toole, I'm sorry, Plunkett. Mr. Plunkett. He's about to kill himself, Peter Plunkett.
Oh, that's
like
right.
85 times. He's like the Al Bundy of Ireland.
Mother, why should I not kill myself?
Like they're so nonplussed to walk in on him with a noose around his neck.
Yeah, they're used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Americans, so vulgar.
He's Jamesoned up at every moment of the day.
I fucking love him.
He was fantastic in this. So the Americans arrive, and we've got the Goot. Remember when Steve Guttenberg was it?
The Goots. We were
Yeah.
talking about this too because we couldn't figure out why.
What happened?
Why he was such a hot property?
He's a bad actor.
I feel like he
I
was
don't
just-
think he's a bad
I
actor.
think he was
Yeah.
like he was like the everyman. You could
Yeah.
he was relatable.
I think Police Academy was such a hit, and then
I
when
did
he
love
was
that.
in Cocoon, people saw that he actually had a little bit of range.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then he
not-
started.
I like the Goots. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No,
he
he's-
just seems such an unlikely
He's likable,
leading
but
man.
he's not.
Well, that's why
very,
he's not one anymore.
He's not very charismatic.
I feel like they thought he was like a Bill Murray. Not that Bill Murray was like a leading man, but I
Yeah.
felt like they were like, this is like a guy who could be kind of like a smart
He
ass.
could become a Tom Hanks,
yeah, and
and instead he
Oh,
became a Tom Sizemore.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yeah,
Took
took
it.
it from everyone.
Mhm. I did. I like the Goots.
Yeah.
I love him in Three Men and a Little Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great movie.
hmm
There's a ghost in it.
There is. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack
How
us.
dare you? So Gutenberg and his shitty wife, Beverly D'Angelo,
Yeah.
who's terrible.
Oh, sorry. Back to the
I
Goots.
don't feel that she was that terrible.
Back to the
she was
Goocher.
kind of awful.
She was awful. She definitely was.
They
made,
didn't need to be together.
They wanted her to seem awful. Although until at the end, it was really sweet. Like,
Yes.
but the Goots, to be fair, he had kind of a dickhead moment
Which one?
when
He had a couple of them.
when the ghost is starts becoming a dead lady again.
Oh yeah, and he's like gross.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, in his defense, it was pretty gross.
It was
I'm
like the
saying.
Princess and the Frog. If the princess was like, "Get a frog trap."
Well, it's just like he's like, I'll say I love you just to get laid. Sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is a ghost.
We got a family led by the lawyer from Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
but
Donald
he's,
Gennaro.
He's a parapsychologist.
He does not get bitten in half this time.
And then you've got Jennifer Tilly, who's just a sexed up sex pot.
That's actually her voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she actually talks like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
is a devil worshiper.
And then Peter Gallagher, who's a
He's a wannabe
he's
priest.
not quite a priest yet. He hasn't taken his. He's on his Rumspringa.
but not yet a woman.
No,
Yeah.
not yet a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not a girl.
He's not a
Not
priest,
yet.
but he's not yet a woman.
A priest.
And there's some heat percolating between him and Tilly.
God is testing him.
Yeah,
the
they
Lord.
They want to fucking smash.
Squish.
What was that again, Kelley?
They want to be like,
If you need us, we'll be in the squish room.
Oh,
That's
God.
a really bad sex sound, Kelley. I'm grossed out.
Help me, Father.
So
My kitties are so big. Anyway.
the crew of the castle, they're all faking the ghost shit, but turns out the joint is packed full of ghosties.
You know what? I feel like some of those ghost things were actually convincing.
I would
oh,
have.
their mummy with the mirror. That
With
was
the mirror?
great.
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
I
And
love. Yeah.
I love the fact that they made the Banshee look like Susie,
Yeah.
like Susie Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Susie Sue.
The eyes.
Yep,
Susie Sue and the Susie and the Banshees.
Susie and the Banshees.
That new wave band. Kiss them for
Anyway,
me.
the Banshee
okay.
that was flying through the air looks like Susie Sue.
I don't remember what Susie Sue looked
I love that they had a tiki bar in the
Yeah,
in
that
the,
was just about to say that was my favorite
in the
sequence
castle,
in the movie.
but it was just chock full of whiskey, which is not part of any tinky drink I know of.
It has a great, like, almost a Wes Anderson feel to that sequence where they have the play going on
Mhm.
with the, I don't know what you even
The
call that.
moving stage pieces.
Yeah. And then it starts becoming real. It was like
Yeah.
almost like Beetlejuice.
That
Yeah.
well, I was gonna
That's-
say this movie actually reminds me a lot of Beetlejuice. Not anywhere near as
Yeah,
successful.
Beetlejuice is the
Yeah.
better version.
but
But yes.
definitely you can tell, like, and they came out the same year. So it had some parallels, but I did really like the sequence where the plague comes to life and the squid comes out and
grabs the little boy.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah,
you got your great scenes where everybody's in a big group of people and they run to this room and they run this way, and they run outside and they're all naked.
Yep,
This is real
kind of
goofy.
like Clue.
But
Very Clue. The bus, the rattle trap bus that was always like
falling
being
apart in
featured
some
as
way.
a set piece. Yeah.
Daryl Hannah is a ghost. She's been murdered by her husband, Liam Neeson, like hundreds of years ago. And they reenact the murder every night. And Gutenberg's drunk and he stumbles across the reenactment and accidentally saves her from being murdered.
Well, he disrupts it. Yeah,
He disrupts the thing, and then he meets Mary Plunkett, Brogan, whatever. And then we get to hear lots of Daryl Hannah's really bad Irish accent.
He's like, I won't fuck this ghost.
It wasn't a great Irish accent,
tried.
but it was pretty close.
She couldn't maintain it.
It wasn't authentic, but it was.
She tried.
It was probably better
It
than
was
mine.
They were scalping. I'm Irish.
Scalping is
trying.
when a ghost goes up in you. In case you're
true.
wondering, it's like kai.
Well, but that's you can't tup them.
You don't want to tup.
No,
Are you okay
just
with
the
tup?
tup's okay.
You don't like shtup, Kelly, right?
I don't like shtup. Tup.
Tup.
Fine.
Have you even heard the term tup before this movie?
What's
I hadn't.
tup? I've never heard of
Certainly
that.
not.
Screwing, I guess.
Screwing a ghost at least.
Yeah, stewing donuts.
Yeah, that's a bad euphemism.
You can scalp, but you can't tup.
Yeah. Because
you can
why?
fringle, but you can't bazoo.
Tap enough.
So
Can you tap enough?
love lift us up, tup where we belong. I was
Oh.
trying. It didn't.
that was
I
good.
tried. Don't look at me like that. You said avocados.
Oh, Amy. Close your eyes.
Why are you singing that?
Close your eyes.
Why is he singing? What did I miss?
Close your eyes for me.
A quick aside, is that a good song or not?
I love
like
that song.
it.
Okay, I hate it.
Personally.
But why are you singing it?
Because I love Ozzy.
Andy,
I
I'm
love
gonna give you,
black metal.
I
I'm
find
going to
it
give you half and half, Andy. I love that song. I don't think it's a good song, but I love that song.
just
Yeah.
find it-
Oh, yeah. It's not like it's not something people are like. That song is constructed in such a way that it's
Yeah.
genius.
But it is great. I love it.
I
Yeah.
find it shrill, like this movie.
Oh,
You're
yeah, that makes
shrill.
sense.
So Steve Gutenberg and Daryl Hannah fall in love.
Well,
Well, until she's gross.
Movie
but,
love.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like Halloween is the night when the spirits can come through the veil and they're real.
yeah,
Yeah.
so actually, I kind of like some of their mythology a little bit, although I have a question about it at the
I
end.
have many.
Obviously, that don't matter because it's an 88. It's like, it's one of
cares?
those movies. But
It's an 88.
it's an 88.
I like that any movie that doesn't require rules is an 88. You just made something up.
But yeah, no, I know,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of them out there. But I do like that it's like we can become flesh for a little bit on Halloween, so you can tup me, but
Yeah.
you shouldn't.
You can't.
Because if you do, I'm going to turn into a wrinkled old bag.
Shit will get
Dusty.
But I like the idea of it. I like the
So-
idea that they can do a little bit, but like it can't go all the way. All the way.
But they do go all the way.
Because Steve Gutenberg is just like,
Can't control himself.
I got to get this dick
Yeah.
and that Irish powder.
Hi, Mom. So
I've had a
no,
couple
it's
of
okay.
margaritas.
I don't see him saying that though.
The Goots?
No.
No, he'd be like,
Could you imagine Steve Gutenberg saying the word?
can I love you with my love thing in your love hole? I love blurp.
So okay.
I like the.
By the way-
I like the Steve Gutenberg of in your mind more than the actual Gutenberg.
Gutenberg is going to play one of the judges in the upcoming Roe v. Wade movie.
Oh boy.
That's where his career is right now.
So
Does he say pussy in it?
Probably.
no. Why?
Because Kelly's version of Steve Gutenberg says pussy all the time.
So okay. Here's the deal.
Pussy.
While Goots fallen in love with Mary, Beverly D'Angelo is busy getting Me Too'd a lot by Liam Neeson. But, he's from a different generation.
It's a different
Doesn't
time.
know any better.
Many generations
He murdered
ago.
his wife.
He is
also a murderer.
He's apologetic about it.
Yeah.
He's like, oops.
Here's the thing. I think they try to portray that he's so hunky that she's okay with it, right?
But he does have warty hands and bad breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is still hunky.
He is hunky. No, that
Yeah. And he farts. He squishes, as Daryl Hannah
Can I
likes to
tell you? See, these are the touches about this movie that I think elevated above most 88s.
Yeah.
Is that like he's described as like a gross dude, kind of, but he's also still hot. It's like you can be gross and hot.
Well, it's because
What?
Sorry.
You got a mouthful?
She's got a mouthful of fig.
no, it's an ice cube.
Oh, sorry.
Because he's movie gross, right?
Oh yeah, like you think it should have been like Buscemi in the role instead of Neeson?
I don't find Buscemi.
No, I think
gross.
he's
No. What I'm
handsome.
saying is,
But you know
But
what I
like
mean.
movie,
she's describing
like,
as
He's farty.
He farts.
He
He's got
murders.
warty hands. He's
He
got that
definitely
hair.
sexually assaults Beverly D'Angelo, but she's super into it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, remind me. So they tup.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Plunkett becomes the corpse that she is,
The corpse bride.
and then what happens?
And Steve Grimmer's like, "Ugh!"
Yeah, he's like,
Right.
he runs away and is like, "You're ugly now."
he has to give her like true love's kiss, whatever.
Yeah.
Turns her back.
Oh
into
yeah,
a
he
pretty
does
thing.
kiss her, and
And
then
what happens
yeah.
is she gets to take over Goot's wife's life because she is dead from falling out the window.
Oh, but like, is she gonna die again someday?
I don't
Is
know.
she just
'Cause-
human again?
Because they make this.
It's an 88, Kelly. What
They
do you
make
expect?
well. This is where the 88 comes in.
Yeah.
Because they make this joke about them like being together, like being alive, like forever.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that.
Maybe it's just they'll be together forever. The Goots and Mary.
we go together like shimpa-dim-dim-ding-a-ling-a-ding. And then they fly
Boogity,
off
boogity,
together in,
So
in
was
grease
she-
lightning.
Was she like pushed out the window or something?
No,
Or did she actually fall out on her own volition?
I feel like there was some kind of like accident.
Wasn't
and, like,
she?
she was running or something.
Yeah, I thought she
away?
was going for. She's trying to get
I don't remember.
Liam Neeson's Ding Dong.
Oh shit, man! I only saw
We
this
just
movie
watched it,
2
yeah.
days ago, and I can't remember.
Short-term memory
I mean,
loss.
regardless,
It's really 88.
It worked out in the end because
Everybody got what they wanted.
Yeah.
But it was real sweet. Like this character who's been portrayed as this horrible asshole bitch, which in most movies of this time, like everybody was kind of one thing or the other, you know? And everybody's kind of played like, oh, we're all just people. Like, and it's cool.
Oh yeah, they were just
She
in the
gets-
wrong relationship.
She gets to die and be.
It was like
with-
big business.
but still, it's a sweet ending, but it's kind of fucked up because she gets to end up with a guy that murdered his wife.
No, but she's into it. He didn't murder her.
And he said,
it's okay.
I'll be better.
He said, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? Harvey Weinstein never did anything to me, so it's fine.
That's not your narrative, right?
So everybody kind of gets what they want at the end. Beverly D'Angelo and Liam Neeson, the Goot and Daryl Hannah. I guess they get to keep the castle. And
Yeah,
everything's
the castle.
cool.
Well, because the psychic. I don't know what happens with the mortgage owner, Mr. Brogan.
Yeah, his daughter's dead.
So, but I don't know. There's every chance that they mentioned it, and I just didn't catch it.
Doesn't matter.
But
Yeah, I don't
It
think that,
for real does not matter.
at the very least, the parapsychologist says he's going to give them like a great, like he's gonna
Yeah.
authenticate that they're
Yeah.
haunted. So that will be a boost
yeah.
to their tourism, and all the villagers will still get to have jobs.
Peter Gallagher and Jennifer Tilly are
Peter
forever.
Gallagher's like, "Fuck Jesus,
Together.
I'm gonna get them cherries in
That's
my
basically
mouth."
what he said.
and he gets his,
In my mouth.
In my mouth.
I'm gonna get these eyebrows on them nipples.
and then they start a whole animated series about his eyebrows that were a spinoff of this movie.
They were the characters.
It was really
I
good.
feel like Kelly should write all scripts just so this can get in all movies. In my mouth.
His movies would all be 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
We keep talking about the paranormal investigator Martin Ferrero, who is one of the best character actors.
Thank you.
We just watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles again at Thanksgiving, and he's the guy who runs the hotel. Is like, do you have $37 and a nice watch? Remember him?
Vaguely. I didn't remember that was him,
Yeah.
but kind of now that you say it,
I just love that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Can I say that there were actually some good horror scenes in this movie?
For sure there were.
The nuns?
The nuns were actually kind of
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, they really
Yeah, they were. They kind of were like Jawas.
Yeah, and that the scene with the play that came alive.
I agree.
I like that was kind of horrifying where the kid
yeah.
becomes a puppet and they have to throw the puppet life preserver.
Yeah, it was like one of those almost like Willy Wonka moments where
Yeah.
you think maybe this kid's gonna drown.
Yeah,
And
basically when all the ghosts come
out of the tomb.
Yeah.
And they're all like desiccated and everything.
This is really
That was
good.
kind of that was
really
like
good.
good makeup.
I really like the nod to Frankenstein too when the paranormal investigator gets struck by lightning when he's ready to leave and he gets blasted up onto the gurney that's hanging from the ceiling. They lower him down.
Yeah.
He's just been struck by lightning. The smoke's rolling off of him.
You know what? I love 80s electricity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know the look of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like bright
Hey,
neon
it's blue.
Yeah.
You need to rewatch Married with Children and the episode when Al tries to find out what a switch in the house does. Because there are so many gags of Al being electrocuted with blue lightning.
Does it make his hair big?
Yeah, everything happens.
Everything.
But then Darth Vader comes and throws him down a hole.
Yeah. He spins them around.
That's what happens to everybody that gets electrocuted in the
But
80s.
there was some like 80s electricity in the Hellraiser movie I watched. And that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
It's good.
So, yeah, High Spirits is fun, man.
It's fun.
It's a cute movie.
It is cute. I just am so glad I revisited it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, I was real happy you picked it too because
Mhm.
I forgot how much I liked it.
Yeah.
You know what was nice? It took me back to a time.
Oh,
That's it. It took me back to a time.
I feel like you selected Harry and the Hendersons.
Mhm.
I selected High Spirits. We were just looking for like a goofy, nostalgic childhood fun time.
But there's something, you're right. And there's something, though, like, at the time, they could make a movie like this, like, and everybody could see it. There wasn't a lot of snark in it. I'm not trying to, like, be old man, like, movies these days, smart-ass little 3D cartoon babies. But, like, there was this sort of, like, it was a little naive. They didn't, it was just, like, cozy.
This movie would have let their little girl go horseback riding with a neighbor.
Yes, it would.
Oh, yeah.
It just, these movies are
And they
cozy.
They wouldn't have
Yeah.
called the police for 5 days.
Nope.
Yeah.
But I loved the castle.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live in a castle.
That's a great. I love those shots of it where they would like just show it in silhouette, like
Yeah.
at night from across the.
We could go stay in a castle.
Yeah, we can.
Have
Why
fun
don't we?
storming the castle.
I won't have fun.
There's the Loveland Castle that Sir John always invites us to.
That's true.
Yep.
All right, High Spirits. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you. Thank you, Amy.
watching.
Thanks, Amy. Good choice.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this movie until you.
Super
mentioned
solid.
it. Yeah,
Oh.
I remember always wanting to watch it and then never watching it.
but like
Well, there you
piggybacking
go.
off what Kelly said, I feel like a lot of these people is right now. There's like a lot of '80s throwback stuff, and people say like, "Oh, I love the '80s." I don't. Here's the thing: if you didn't really grow up in the '80s, I don't think you would like really get it.
No, and what's funny is I don't think there's a lot of these. Like I feel like there is a lot of '80s nostalgia for certain like aspects of '80s movies, but this is one of those things where it's like all this money got thrown at this thing, and
Yeah.
it was like this star-studded cast. It was so earnest. Like I don't think there was like it was just so snarkless and so not self-aware.
It was sincere.
And thank you. That was I spent a long time trying to say
the
sincere.
80s, I feel like a very sincere decade, even though that's where like cynicism came from.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a response to cynicism.
Yeah.
Well, Neil Jordan is like just a great filmmaker, I think.
Yeah.
And when you watch this and you kind of like, oh, it's a silly rom-com type of thing, and then you go on and you move into the rest of his films, he's making movies that have a whole lot going on in them. He's kind of returning to kind of like a clever horror film thriller thing with his next one called Greta. Have you seen the trailer?
Mm-mm. But I heard about it.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this lady who lures young women to her place by saying she's like she'll plants like a bag, like her purse somewhere, and then has the person return it to her.
It's the one with like Chloe.
Yeah,
Grace
Chloe
Moretz.
Grace.
I don't like
Moretz
her as
is
an
in it.
actress.
And then they
though.
I don't
then
either.
She
Yeah, but-
takes them back to her place and lets bats fly in their hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. We're done.
So, Amy, did you remember liking this when you watched it in the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember liking it quite a bit. But honestly, when I was watching it again, I didn't remember a lot.
The thing I remember the most was the dinner scene where they were serving them bisque.
Yeah.
Whiting bisque.
Whiting, everything
All
whiting.
Yeah.
the fish.
Whiting salad.
Because when I was a kid, I was like, I don't understand why everything.
Whiting
is so,
wine.
Yeah, it was gross.
That
It struck me as really gross. As
That
a
is
kid.
my favorite fish for frying, though.
Well, I think
Whiting
it's
is
supposed
good.
to be gross, though. Just
That's
that everything is made out of whiting. You
Well,
know?
it was the like crockery they were spooning the soup out of. I just remember going like, it looks like milk.
Do you remember like Mrs. Peacock slurping
Oh yeah,
soup and
Yeah.
Clue? Blah. Okay, cool. Well, like we do at the end of every show, we're going to say hi to our Beelzebubs.
We're going to say hi to him.
Hi. Okay. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Hi.
Hi. We're going to start with Jimmy B.
I'm gonna be real sincere this week.
Yeah.
Jimmy B, thank you so much. Again, we couldn't do any of this without you guys. And you Beelzebubs, you guys are the ones who really make it happen and keep it going.
Jeremy, Cassie, and Gamora.
I love all of you, especially Gamora, who I have yet to meet in person and
But
snuggle
you love
with,
her.
but I love her.
Yeah.
I want 200 pounds of dog in my life.
Deadeye.
Hit her Deadeye, all the way from South Africa. Wow.
Are you playing with your pants?
Wow.
He's been stuffing his hand in there like Al Bundy through most of
Yeah.
the show.
I thought you were going to say that with a Daryl Hannah Irish accent. I thought you're like, all the way from South Africa.
No.
Oh, did I?
I want a top in my butt.
Amanda, we got your pick next week.
Yeah. The Burbs. Great pick.
The
Can't wait.
boybs.
Tom Hanks, the man who killed Steve Gutenberg's career.
I love Tommy Hanks.
He was on Family Ties as Alex's uncle,
Who?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay.
And he came.
Was he an? He's an alcoholic, right?
Yeah. Well, first he's Elise's brother,
Right.
and he came to their house to visit. He was like a young CEO type of guy,
Right.
but then the FBI was after him because he was like a Robin Hood type of character.
Right. Right.
And then he comes back and he's got a drinking problem.
I knew he had some kind of problem.
He's drinking vanilla
Let me-
extract.
Let me guess. Michael J. Fox's character like really looked up to him, and then
Oh yeah, he was.
and then it turns out like he's not what he turned out to be.
in both
Classic
episodes.
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Remember Mr. Belding's brother? Same thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how impressed I was by the painting / drawing at the beginning of that episode? Of every episode?
Oh, it was a really
In the theme.
really good painting.
Can I tell you, I don't think that's how it works exactly.
Family Ties or Saved by the Bell?
Well-
Family Ties, because there's this like really beautifully rendered drawing.
Yeah, and then they just smear
paint
paint
right
over
the
it.
fuck over.
Well, I mean, I'm not a painter.
I'm not saying it never works that way, but I don't think it usually works that way.
I
I don't think you do a completely highly detailed line work that looks
Yeah.
photorealistic and then.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I always thought it was. I was always jealous as a kid because
Yeah.
I drew. But
I
couldn't draw.
understand. Me too.
Yeah, I was
Even now, I see it and I'm like, damn, I wish I could do
It
that.
was really good.
Mandy.
Hey, Mandy, in that episode, the second one with Tom Hanks, he hits Alex and he's like, "Ha! I hit Alex!" Sha-la-la-la.
Was he drunk during the
They were confronting him about his drinking,
Yeah.
trying to get him to go to AA.
Ernest.
Ernie, I love you, man. You know it.
Yeah.
You
Are we
know
going to
it.
see you soon?
I hope so.
Yeah.
He usually turns up at Whorehound.
Treat and Alex.
Aw.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Here's a classic. Young couple comes to Whorehound and gets stuck in the grill of your car. I don't know. That's the farmers. Farmers, they show with Farmers Insurance. And he's like,
Yeah.
you know,
I know what you mean.
Jay Jonah is like, remember that time that a pterodactyl fell into your boat? We got you covered.
So they both got stuck in the grill. How big is this car?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Cadillac.
It's a caddy.
Brandon. Boone.
Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Stranded at the drive-in.
Bill.
Bill,
I thought you were going to be sincere.
I'm being sincere.
He was stranded at the drive-in.
Bill?
Stranded at the drive-in. Bill.
You're a good dude. We met
You
you.
are a
We
good
love
dude.
you.
Yeah.
I mean,
We had a heart-to-heart.
love you in the way that I can love somebody I've met once, but felt a kinship with.
Yeah.
You definitely run, right? That's where you guys saw him at the pig, right?
No, that's Mark.
Oh.
Bill, we went to dinner with him and Mike one
Mhm.
night. It was really fun. We commiserated over having dead parents.
Yeah.
You know, that
Dead
classic
Parents Club.
thing. Yeah.
Cool club.
It's a super cool club.
Yeah.
Balake. Blake.
What's up, Blake?
That's it.
You
Come on.
fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up? I don't know.
He means that.
Freddie ran out of steam.
It's sincere.
I had to cook dinner tonight. I
heard it was fancy.
It was, I mean, kind of fancy.
Can you tell me what it was?
A lot of kale, orange slices, and beets.
Roasted beets
I had to
and
roast
orange slices.
I had so much work to do. It was a job. Cutting those beets into 1/8-inch slices. Jesus.
Was there a dead
They were good,
animal
though.
involved?
Yeah, chicken.
Oh,
A
sounds
very
good.
small amount of chicken.
It was some white people chicken.
It was as whitest fucking dish you've ever had.
I
in
mean,
your
it had
life.
salt and pepper on it.
Ooh, I
It's
had
not.
fried chicken last night.
I love fried
Richie's.
chicken. Oh God,
Mark.
don't get me started. Don't
Mark,
get me
do you
started.
like fried chicken? If
He's from
not, if
Texas.
so, do you like beets?
Do you know what I like to do when I eat Richie's? I like to take a bite of chicken, and then I take a bite of coleslaw, and I have them both in my mouth together.
Yeah,
and it's a really good
Oh,
taste.
that's not what I thought you were going to.
Mark,
I thought it was like something gross.
I want to ask again, do you like beets? Because Elsa does, and then you would have something in common with my dog.
I struggle with beets.
Yeah. Do you You mean like?
Thank you for that confession, Kelley.
Like just trying to eat them straight up from the produce section?
I'm trying.
Or cooking them.
It's an interesting
They
flavor.
have to be cooked or pickled.
As a child, I didn't
Yeah.
like them at all, but I'm trying now.
Kelley's so brave.
Have you had pickled beets?
Yeah, recently
On a salad?
Yeah, that's
with ranch dressing.
Yeah, it's still.
It's pretty good shit.
No, it's not bad. I just
Yeah.
have to get used to it. I struggle with beets.
Have you had roasted beets?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Struggle Bus is here. Get on in, Kelley.
I'm not a huge beet guy. I'll eat them maybe once every couple of months.
Yeah.
And finally, Elise. Does Elise like beets?
She's the one that brought me to beets.
She brought you to beets.
Welcome to Beets.
Have you had those new beets by Dre? Wouldn't it be funny if he started selling beets too?
Oh, Freddie.
That would be so adorable.
She likes beets so much, I call her Elites.
That's such a dad joke.
You know, what if you got Dr. Dre's face on a bag of beets? When we built the recording studio that used to be behind the house here,
I love that place.
I did too. We let it rot. But
Cried my eyes out when I got my stuff out.
It was sad.
Yeah, it
We had to
was.
tear it down. But when we built it, our drummer Mike Goldschmidt ate an entire bag of beets one day while we were out there working.
Did he piss red for a week?
No, but he farted so
Just
much.
he ate raw
Wait.
beets.
He
Like
ate a bunch of beets
like
and
an apple?
no, and he would just get a bag of beets, and another day he ate a bag of
raw.
turnips.
Did he eat it like an apple?
I think he was a rabbit.
I do like turnips.
Wait, like with
Yeah.
the stalks and shit still on it?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe it was just turnips.
Did he she polished the turnip on his shirt like an apple?
Left a big old
Are you
bloody
supposed to
stain.
Peel a beet?
You're supposed to peel a lot of things.
I do like a turnip.
You ever notice when the beets?
What has happened
Like when
here?
I went to chop up these beets, they had these long like root on the bottom that looked like a shoe from an elf. Or
Yeah,
something.
I know what you mean.
It was very fantasy
Do you know what you can do?
type of thing.
That's good for your diabetes.
Ooh.
What's that?
Au gratin turnips instead of potatoes.
Oh, might have to try that.
They're delish.
Yeah, we made a
Listeners who have diabetes or want to eat less carbs than potatoes,
Yeah.
try au gratin beets.
We were at was it
No,
Longhorn?
turnips.
Turnips. Sorry, definitely not au gratin beets. I don't know what that is.
We were at a steakhouse that had a
Cauliflower.
cauliflower with Parmesan cheese on it, and a little ramekin thing.
You can make
good.
buffalo. You can make buffalo cauliflower.
This is such
Yeah.
a medieval
It's
conversation.
delicious. I encourage it. Everybody, listen.
He's got it.
Everybody,
has the gavel.
I just feel like turnips are such an old-timey
Yeah,
vegetable. thing.
it is really.
Google buffalo cauliflower.
Y'all like mutton? Can I get some love for some mutton and ale up in here?
I got some mead recipes.
What am I Googling?
Buffalo cauliflower.
Yeah, this is peak NOTOP right here.
Yeah.
Fried buffalo cauliflower.
That's
God
what you
damn,
get with
it's
a
good for
night
you.
show, huh?
Yeah.
Monday night show. Well, cool. We've learned a lot today.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
And listeners, send us what your favorite, root
Low carb.
root vegetable is.
Root vegetable.
Carrots. Those are
What
good.
do you use your root vegetables to replace in your diet?
I'll tell you what's disgusting is there's a juice we made when we were juicing that was sweet potatoes or yams, whatever you want to call them.
Oh God, I
Beets.
love a fucking yam.
Me too.
They're good for diabetes too.
Yeah, but you have
He
this
doesn't
juice.
like 'em.
You should make this juice with yams and beets and shit. Remember how sickly
Well,
sweet it
if you
was?
put
Don't
shit
put
in
shit in
there.
it.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Don't donut into your
It was
shake.
supposed to be a treat. It was like, this is like dessert.
It's a beet treat.
It was not like dessert.
That's like goop dessert right
I've
there.
juiced beets. Have you juiced beets?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. That's all right.
Oh, no, I don't mind beet juice, but the yam.
You can't beat it.
Yeah, he's hard to beat. But the yam thing, it was the consistency of like something from Dr. Pimple Papa.
It does make your kitchen look like a crime scene.
It does, all the red
So you gotta
juice
watch it.
everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's time.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're sorry it took us so long to get back to you, but here we are. You're welcome. We love you. We wish we could be with you.
Hey, thanks.
We want to top you.
No scalping.
We'll scalp you, but we won't tup you.
Scalp, no top.
I want to relieve you in the car.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get a T-shirt that says "Scalp No Tup."
And want to kidnap your children.
I really feel like Andy actually believes that.
That's what they should do for fucking sex ed, man. Scalping,
No tupping.
no tupping.
Until you're ready.
Until you're ready.
All right.
Mallory Keaton wasn't ready, but her boyfriend
Okay,
tried to
bye.
pressure her.
Frankenstein was wondering if he